And so this is important because as you leave those doors today, as you leave this hall today, I want you to go home with these 4 keys. Are you with me? All right, so the first key is authenticity. Authenticity. Claim your humanity. Own your identity. Embrace your gifts. You see, as a Filipino Indian girl, it was culturally expected of me to be the status quo. Any Asians in the house? Yes. I mean, my parents were immigrants. They came from India and the Philippines. So they came here to have a better life, and no fault on their own. They did the best they could. But that meant educational success, overachieving drive, straight A's. Any overachievers in the room? I think this entire room, right? We're at Leadercast. But I had no voice. It was always, what else is next? What else is next? What other achievements, accolades can I get? And what's the typical career choice for a Filipino Indian? Doctor, dentist, lawyer, engineer. Check. But it was in that I suppressed my own gifts for the sake to please others, to overachieve, overdo, overcompensate, just so that I could be validated, just so that I could be accepted. But during that night of December 31st, going back to that girl, she was afraid for the world, what the world would think. It was culturally taboo to get a divorce. What would her peers think? You have to be able to quiet the sideline noise. Please write this down. Quiet the sideline noise so that you can claim your authentic gifts. People would die to have a career that I did. And that's okay. I transformed smiles. But when I recognized what my true gifts were, it was to serve love. And I'm actually wearing this bracelet. That every single day I get to work with leaders like you, because every one of you is a leader worth knowing. But what happens when you turn that authenticity meter on? What happens when you peel away your masks? What happens when you actually reveal your true vulnerabilities? Because we all have them, just like you saw. We all have those journeys. And how powerful are you when you actually claim your own truth? And even if you're struggling with your purpose right now, when you embrace your gifts, because the world wants to suppress them, right? Society wants to suppress them for what you should be, like that boss that thinks you should do this, or that friend that thinks you should do this, or that significant other that thinks you should do this because you're good at it. What makes you come alive? Write that down. What makes you thrive? It's right here. Key number 2, resilience. So, most of my early parts of my childhood has been marked with resilience. Yes, I was an orphan at 19. I did lose my mother, my father, and my brother. Heck, I had to grow up fast. I lost more people than people lose in a lifetime in a span of 3 years. At 19, I was working 3 jobs. There was resilience written all over my face just to get by. And so it only made sense throughout this discovery and this journey that I was so curious, as Molly was talking about, so curious to find out how leaders, what actually fulfilled their success. What characteristics was it? And all across the board, 45 countries, close to 500 leaders that I interviewed. Can you guess what was that characteristic that contributed to their success? Yes, it was resilience. Because what if resilience and all of those things that happened to you were actually happening for you? How many follow that, right? What if some of those turning points, those challenges, those setbacks, those adversities, those failures, what if it was meant to actually be on that path so that you can step into and rise into that next evolution of whatever that is for you? How many follow that? So, what if, and if the same things are still happening to you, this is a check. Check in with yourself. Can you think of all of the circumstances that has happened? This is an exercise in your life to date. Because what if those circumstances have become your greatest blessings? How did it end up that you are actually right here sitting in these seats today? Go back and trace your steps. And if those same things keep on happening, what is it? What's the nugget that you have yet to pull out and take on? Because with resilience, it's really your awareness. It's your awareness so that you can actually make better decisions as a result.